And welcome back to it, you guys. You are still tuned in to Hectic 99. And as I said before the break, you guys, we're finally getting to chat to Zoe. Now, being a young musician is pretty tough. I mean, you have to go through a lot of criticism, you know, actually finding out what type of music you want to do and actually finding your place and your voice in all of this. But Zoe actually managed to overcome all of that, and she's kind of reaping the rewards of all of that, you guys. So I'm definitely excited to be chatting to her. So Zoe, welcome to Hectic 99.
Welcome! Well, actually, good to be here as opposed to welcome. Thanks for the welcome.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for joining us. So Zoe, you started, I mean, you're actually studying right now at UCT and you're completing your jazz performance degree. Do you think that the formal aspects to your training actually gives you more confidence in your talent?
Sheesh, 100%. I think before I started getting into institutions to perfect my craft, there was a lot of rough edges that needed to be worked on. Having had the education, I've really gotten to see what my weaknesses are and what my strengths are, and to really just look at what should be focused on to better my craft. So 100% kudos to my institutional training. It really helped 100%.
Okay, cool. So let's actually talk about, you know, figuring out your strengths and your weaknesses, because, you know, especially in entertainment or in the arts, you have to take on a lot of criticism.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Well, looking at strengths and weaknesses, I don't take all criticism. I know it's a really weird thing to say, but what I do is I line up the criticism to what my weaknesses and my strengths are. And if I feel that it goes with my weaknesses and would help me to better what it is that I'm doing, then I'll listen to it 100%. But I realize in this day and age, with everyone being all on their cell phones and information technology and everything, people get to sometimes criticize things that really aren't. So then to just be able to decipher the difference between those two things and take what is only useful to be criticized for, you know.
Okay, cool. So let's actually talk about how you started out. How did you figure out that, okay, this is what I'm going to do with my life, this is what I'm meant to do? How was that process for you?
See, when I was 3 years old, I'm joking. I've always been like inclined to the more creative side of things. And I went to get classical training in clarinet, piano and voice at the National School of the Arts in Johannesburg. And then from that, I went to study jazz performance at the University of Cape Town.
Oh, nice.
So between all of that, a lot of opportunities have come up. Actually got to perform for the World Cup. I was one of those kids holding the skirt and stuff. And there was like, that's just one example of many opportunities that have come up from studying. But
so you mentioned that, you know, this has been a process throughout your life. You've always known that you are more inclined to the arts. So do you have any advice for the kids out there that are maybe studying something that they're not into, or, you know, they're getting all this pressure from their family to be, you know, doing something that's super academic when this is their passion? What advice do you have for them?
First of all, what are you doing? No, man, I know it's not always a simple thing. I would just say to them, for them to shake the world. I mean, it's my personal mantra. Just shake the world and understand that when you work with your passion, you can only be impactful. You can only succeed. So if you just do what it is that you're really good at and something that your heart is set towards, you're not set up for failure. Because I think with most things and with most parents nowadays, they look at the creative field and think, there's no security in that. But you can't be set up for failure if you're doing something you're passionate about, because you'll put in 100%.
That is true. Okay, now 2015 is coming to a close. Any highlights that you've experienced in this year?
Oh gosh, okay. So I got to perform at the International Cape Town Jazz Festival as an act, without an album. So that was amazing. When
you saw your name on the lineup, what was that experience
I was like, yes, Mama, I made it. I'm going to make it again, but I made it. So that was such a blessing. And that was because of the open mic jazz competition that happens annually at the Grand West. So I'd encourage vocalists to really get into that. Another highlight is recording my album right now. So be on the lookout for that. And the SAMRO Overseas Scholarship Competition that I got to win, which was probably the most frightening thing I've ever done.
Okay, cool. Now, talking about your album, when is it going to drop? What can we look forward to from Zoe Modiga in 2016?
In 2016, I just say peel your eyes out, guys. Come open. I'm a musician who sings and writes and composes their own things, so expect a lot of different colors and flavors that are drawn from everything. in that project. As to when it's coming out, well, wouldn't you like to know? I'm not going to be talking about that just yet, but when the time is right, you'll know.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And there you have it, you guys. Zoe Modiga, she will be performing later on in the show, so you definitely want to keep it locked for that.
Hectic.